Spontaneous orgasms. Imagine you're at the grocery store. You're picking out zucchinis like a responsible adult. Then suddenly, bam, a full body orgasm right there next to the eggplants. Yes, this is a thing. It's called spontaneous orgasm syndrome. And no, it's not a blessing from the pleasure gods. It's a legit neurological mystery that science is still trying to decode. It's not caused by arousal or thinking sexy thoughts. People report spontaneous orgasms during sleep while brushing their teeth, and yes, even while bagging groceries. Professor Dr. Marcel Waldinger of the University of Utrecht in the Netherlands even studied a guy who climaxed every time he yawned. It can be triggered by nerve disorders, pelvic trauma, antidepressants, or just the universe being a jerk that day. It's linked to PGAD, persistent genital arousal disorder. Yes, that acronym sounds like a death metal band. But it's very real. The good news, it's treatable with therapy, meds, or learning to never yawn in public again. So next time someone looks suspiciously euphoric by the cereal aisle, give them space. Their body's having a breakdown and not the fun kind. Auto-Brewery Syndrome. Imagine eating a sandwich and getting tipsy. No wine, no beer, just a sandwich, and boom, you're tipsy. Welcome to Auto-Brewery Syndrome. Yes, it's real, and yes, it turns your gut into a freaking brewery. It happens when certain yeasts, like Saccharomyces cerevisiae or Candida, overgrow in your intestines. They ferment carbs into alcohol. Basically, your gut is moonshining behind your back. People with ABS can get drunk from eating pasta, rice, or even a banana. So next time someone says, "I swear I didn't drink," they might be telling the truth. Doctors first noticed it in the 1970s, but science really got curious in the last decade. In 2019, a team at Richmond University Medical Center confirmed it through controlled tests. So what do you do when your digestive tract starts happy hour without you? Try antifungals, probiotics, and a low-carb diet. Basically, you tell your gut, this bar is closed. Most people give up alcohol to get healthy. People with ABS give up bread. Because apparently, sourdough is contraband now. Reflex Syncope. You ever stand up too fast, see stars, and suddenly, boom, next thing you know, you're like a piñata at a toddler's birthday party on the floor? Congrats, that might be reflex syncope, aka your nervous system slapping the off button because reasons. It's triggered by super terrifying stuff like standing or seeing a needle or pooping. Your body basically goes, and we're done here. Your heart rate tanks, blood pressure face plants, brain gets zero juice, and suddenly you're a sack of potatoes on the floor. It's called vasovagal syncope, which sounds like a spell Hermione would use to knock out Malfoy in potions class, but nope, it's just your vagus nerve being a villain. The real drama, you faint for like 20 seconds, wake up, and everyone's acting like you just returned from the spirit realm. But don't worry, it's usually harmless unless you faint into a Shark Tank or something. Doctors are actually studying this with tilt tables, where they strap you in and slowly lean you back like a vampire in a tanning bed to see when you croak. Treatment? Stay hydrated, don't skip meals, and clench those thigh muscles like you're holding in secrets. Your brain eats itself. You know that zombie feeling after you've spent all night partying, gaming on your PC, or binge watching movies like there's no tomorrow? Yeah, that's because your brain's not just tired, it's eating itself. Inside your head, you've got a cleanup crew. Tiny brain janitors called glial cells. These guys go around munching on junk like old synapses and dead cells. They do most of their work while you sleep. But if you skip sleep too often, they don't chill. They go on a wild cleaning spree and start tossing out the good stuff too. It's like asking someone to tidy your room and they decide the furniture is also trash. And here's the scary part. Some of those cells and synapses don't grow back. It's like trimming a tree with a chainsaw, blindfolded. So next time you're tempted to pull an all-nighter and you think sleep is for losers, remember, you're literally eating your own mind. Sleep 7 to 9 hours. Protect your neurons. And maybe, just maybe, you'll still remember where your socks are. Sleep paralysis. Have you ever woken up in bed but couldn't move and there's something creepy standing in the corner? That's sleep paralysis. Your body is asleep, but your brain is awake and totally freaking out. You might see scary things like ghosts, demons, or even aliens stopping by for a little chat. Scientists say it happens during REM sleep, the dream phase. Your muscles are paralyzed during REM, so you don't karate kick your dreams. But sometimes your brain wakes up before your body, so you're stuck and your imagination goes wild. The good news, it's not dangerous. You're not dying, your brain just needs a second to reboot. Doctors say it helps to sleep on your side, get enough rest, and maybe don't watch horror videos at midnight. So next time you see a demon in your room, relax. It's just your brain playing a prank. Tell that shadow figure, pay rent or get out. Sleep tight and remember, shadow people don't pay rent. Sweating blood. Imagine you're getting ready for a big date. Your crush texts, "I'm outside," and suddenly your forehead starts bleeding, not from a wound, just sweating blood. That, my friend, is hematidrosis. Sounds like a forgotten name of a Greek god, but no. It's a rare medical condition where a person literally sweats blood, actual blood, from their pores. It usually happens under extreme emotional or physical stress, soldiers before battle, people before execution, or karaoke night. So, how does it work? Science says your tiny blood vessels, capillaries around sweat glands can burst from stress. Blood mixes with sweat. Voila, red goo. It's been medically documented. Even Leonardo da Vinci wrote about soldiers sweating blood before battle. Modern doctors have seen it too, from the face, eyes, even fingernails. Basically, your body says fight or flight. Nah, horror movie. You won't die from hematidrosis, but it does freak people out. Treatment, chill pills, literally, beta blockers to calm the storm. It's rare, like finding a unicorn at your local gas station rare, but it's real. And no, you can't use it as a party trick unless Dracula's hosting. So if you ever start sweating blood, don't panic. Okay, panic a little, but go to a doctor, not the Vatican. You're not cursed, just medically dramatic. You are a walking drug lab. Yep, your body makes DMT. That's N,N-dimethyltryptamine, one of the most powerful hallucinogens known to science. And guess what? You don't need a shaman, a jungle retreat, or to chant with a didgeridoo to experience it. Because your body, specifically your lungs and probably your brain, are casually cooking up DMT like it's no big deal. Yup, same stuff as in ayahuasca, the sacred Amazonian tea that turns your thoughts into neon spaghetti. Back in 2013, scientists found trace amounts of DMT in rat brains. Then in 2019, they found it in the pineal gland. Yep, the so-called third eye. But why does your body make DMT? We don't really know. Maybe it's part of dreaming or near-death experiences or just nature's way of making Mondays more bearable. Some scientists think DMT floods your brain when you die, which could explain those wild near-death visions. But again, science is like, cool theory, bro, needs more rats. So yeah, every time you take a deep breath, your lungs might be whispering, psst, wanna see the universe? You're slightly radioactive. Okay, don't freak out, but you're radioactive. Not like superhero radioactive, more like banana level radioactive. It's because your body is full of potassium, just like bananas, and a tiny part of that potassium is radioactive. Thanks to potassium-40, about 7,000 atoms in your body go pop every second, releasing tiny bursts of radiation. But don't panic, you're not a reactor. You're more like a banana with legs. And here's the best part. Scientists actually measure radiation in bananas. Yeah, so one banana equivalent dose is about 0.1 microsieverts of radiation, and it's like a really real unit. So all the potassium-40 in your body, that's like eating 5 bananas every single day. Flying on a plane from New York to London, that's about 500 bananas of radiation. Dental x-ray, about 50 bananas. Unless you start licking uranium, you're gonna be fine. Next time someone calls you toxic, say, nope, just naturally radiant.